Thanks for tuning in to Directory Insights in 10 Minutes, brought to you by Guardians of the Directory. I'm your host, Craig Birch. As promised, this series is all about cutting through the noise. No fluff, no filler, just practical insights for Active Directory and Entra ID admins who want to secure and manage their environments. So let's get to today's topic. Today's topic, we're going to be focusing on passwords not required attributes set on accounts in Active Directory. So why is this important? You might be thinking, hey, Craig, we have a default password policy that we apply at the domain. We also have fine-grained password policies in our environment that we apply to certain accounts like service accounts and privileged accounts. So what are you talking about, password not required? We're covered, right? Well, actually, there is an attribute inside of Active Directory that allow accounts to override your password policy settings. And this simple attribute is called password not required. So how do we go about finding these inside of Active Directory? Well, let's get to that topic. So let's jump into Active Directory and run a simple PowerShell to look at this. So let's start out by at least clearing the screen. And now I want to go look for accounts in my environment that have the password not, or actually that have the password not required flag set to true in my organization. So what am I looking for? Get-ADUser filter password not required equals true. And then we're going to spell out the properties of password not required, and we're going to get the name, the SAM account name, and that value. So let's go and look at it inside of PowerShell. So let's take a look at this real live. So you can see I have a few accounts inside of my environment that have password not required. So Auto Addison, right? That password's not required. And we can see that we have the guest account as well as our trust account for our child domain. And then we also have an account called The Rock that have this password not required. So what does this mean? Well, that means if someone that has the ability to reset this password, they can actually set it to blank. So let's go in and take a look at that. So let's go in and just reset this password. Typically, I would need to go in and supply a password. But because password not required is set on this account, I don't. I can simply change that password for The Rock. And now it has a blank password. Now it puts me at risk, right? So if this is a privileged account, or even just a regular user account, and I don't have multi-factor authentication, it's going to be an easy target for an attacker. So what do we do about this? Well, we can run another PowerShell to clean up this particular vulnerability, and let's go ahead and do that. So let's go and focus on The Rock again. So let's go in and do set AD user Rock. And now we'll do password not required. And I want to set this to false. And now you say, uh-oh, we tried to do this, but the password does not meet the length, complexity, or history requirement of the domain. So we want to see this error, right, for these accounts, because that means they're not following your Active Directory password policy. So what we need to do is we would need to go in, and first we would want to reach out to the user, contact them, and say, hey, we noticed that there's something wrong with your account. We need to reset your password. We're going to actually force you to change password at next logon. They can go ahead and do it. And then that will make sure that they're meeting the maximum length. And then you want to go back in and set that value back to false on that account. So if you see this error, that's okay. It means that the password does not meet the minimum complexity in your environment. So what's this? And that's because this account, if you recall, has a blank password because I overrode it. So it would not meet my complexity requirements. So let's go in and reset this account manually and then take a look at this again. So let's quickly go in and reset this password to something that meets my password complexity. So let's do that. So again, I'm setting the password to something that meets my complexity. And now I reset that password. If I go in and rerun that command on The Rock and set that to false, it now takes. So now if I go in and go back to the original PowerShell where we're looking for, we should see the rock is no longer in that situation. So again, these are quick, easy fixes that you can identify inside of your Active Directory environment and harden your security. That's what we're focused on, is hardening our Active Directory security to keep the bad guys out. So if you like this episode, let me know. That's it for this episode of Directory Insight in 10 minutes. Keep AD security simple, fast, and actionable. If you found this useful, like, share, or drop a comment with your thoughts. You got a topic you want us to cover? Let us know. Until next time, stay vigilant, stay guarded, and become the guardian of your directory. Thank you.